No siema, siema, witam was serdecznie na moim kanale. Ja jestem Ardel, a to jest kolejny odcinek naszych przygód z grą Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Drodzy widzowie, nie przedłużam, wam życzę miłego oglądania. Jedziemy. Tak, co by tu można zwinąć? A w sumie nie chcę, jest tylko... Dobra. Kontynuujemy questa z odcinka poprzedniego, czyli z tym całym pustelnikiem, widzowie. Dowiedz się prawdy na temat... Dowiedz się prawdy na temat diabła. Dobra, musimy teraz się udać tutaj. Pogadać z tym całym świadkiem Stanisławem. Jest mój konik, a jak tam mój piesio?
Mats!
No,
Oj, oj, you silly
jest
doggy.
piesio. Trzeba cię
Here you
nakarmić.
Take it.
No, wcinaj, wcinaj.
Did you hear about what happened at the big wheel? At the mill? Yeah, the place by the Jeherovka stream.
What then? Come here.
Has the water sprite been up to his mischief again?
You could say that. They found a dead body stuck in the wheel on Sunday.
You're kidding. Who was it?
Some vagabond.
God rest his soul.
And get this, Miller Boschka says he was in the water at least a week, judging by the state of his body.
So what? Somebody did him in and chucked him into the water.
But the river there has a powerful current. The dead man had been floating down the river for at least a week.
Without anyone noticing.
Exactly. And that's not all. The dead man had a gold chain around his neck. Can you believe it? Someone bumped him off and didn't even rob him.
That is strange. I reckon something devilish was involved. You don't see something like that every day.
I've got to go. Take care.
Good luck to you, friend.
Nie mogę z nim pogadać. Szkoda. Idziemy do Apoleny.
Come here.
O, patrz, ja myślałem, że... Gdzieś tamten Stanisław. Kto to? Kuman.
Come here.
Te pochodnie są niewiele warte to. A ten koń. Mógłbym go opchnąć. Tylko musiałem pojechać nim aż do obozu koczowników i wrócić potem. Wieśniak.
I'll go crazy.
Have you lost something?
Quite the opposite, my friend. I am finding something. Treasure, to be exact. If it matters to you.
Treasure? Where is it?
I don't know yet, but this map here says it should be somewhere around here. At least I hope so.
A pokaż tą mapę.
Maybe I could look at the map? I might be able to help you.
Well, I am a bit stumped. I need all the advice I can get, but you'll give it back, understand?
Of course. Don't worry.
Give it to me.
Wow.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you've been deceived.
What?
This is no map. I've seen a fair few in my time, and this is just a bunch of scribbles.
What? But how can you tell?
Well, I thought it was odd just from the parchment it was scrawled on. It's very delicate, and the lines... It looks like no map I've ever seen. Sorry.
Fuck. You might as well keep it then.
Dobra, a my pójdziemy z tym koniem go opchnąć. Powinien być tu gdzieś miela. Handlarz koni,
Oh,
Mikołaj.
Devla! You should go and get washed up. You look terrible.
Kłęski czarny
I've
rynek.
got a horse for you here.
What do you want to do with him?
I want to
Sprzedaj.
exchange him for groschen.
For this one, I will give you this much.
Targuj się
I was
oczywiście.
thinking of a different amount for the risk. What do you say to this?
Aha, no dobra.
Well, I would be a fool not to agree to that. So I do. Here you are. You can go now, More. I will handle the horse from here.
Nie masz więcej kasy, no szkoda, dobra. Trzeba opchnąć tutaj te rzeczy, co nam kradziono po sera. A swoją drogą coś tam mi wpadło, jakiś punkt. No, retoryka. Okrzyk bojowy.
you whistling just for fun?
Zupełnie chcę ci opchnąć wszystkie moje skradzione rzeczy. Masz dużo
How can I
kasy?
help you today, friend?
What do you have for sale?
Jeździsz, no nie ma za dużo. Dobra, to co jest? Skradzione. W sumie też mogę.
Word about the price.
Very well. Aye, you'll convince me with that price. I was glad to be of help to you, good sir.
Okej. Zapiszemy sobie. Wrzucimy niepotrzebne rzeczy na konia. Która godzina jest? Dwunasta. To chyba nie ma sensu. I spać. Ale mam jeszcze inny pomysł, bo tu jest jeszcze więcej kupców przecież.
Watch where you are going. Watch out!
That's a lot of blood.
Was möchtest du?
What do you have for sale?
Ile masz kasy? Niedużo, nie? Niestety, ale zawsze coś.
I'd like to do something about that price.
Bitte?
Do we have a deal?
That's more like it. Lower your price a little more and we can make a deal. Epes, Freund. I agree. Masa umatan tov. Sei gesund.
Okej. Zapisałem sprawę kasy. Czy są tu jeszcze jacyś... Nauczyciel fachu, ale ja chyba...
I'd say so. Even the voivode himself has stopped being so high and mighty. The Lord be with you. What do you need?
I'd like to learn something.
And what would you be interested in?
Dobra.
I'd like to learn how to handle an axe or a mace.
Excellent choice. The cudgel's my personal favorite. It's great at short range.
The cudgel.
An axe, mace, hammer, it doesn't matter. As soon as you break your opponent's first bone, you'll make him think twice about retaliating. Let's get started.
Trochę się podszkolimy.
I'd like to learn something.
And what would you be interested in?
Can you fight with a polearm? Could you show me something?
I can show you all sorts of things, but they'll be of no use to you.
Why?
Well, I've got eyes, don't I?
Why not give it a try?
Look, I can show you how to beat a fella up with a staff without breaking a sweat, but I have a very distinctive style.
And I'm a quick learner. It'll be fine. Trust me.
All right, suit yourself. Off to the arena then, my apprentice. Let's get started.
I'd like to learn something.
And what would you be interested in?
Let's spar a bit. I'd like to see some of your tricks with my own eyes.
Well, I can't help you there. I don't spar. All I ever do is wrestle. But if you're interested in wrestling, I match your service.
You're right. I really am interested in more than just handing out slaps.
Great. Well, what are we waiting for? Go and get changed. Then off to the pen, my apprentice. Let's get started.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Certainly. Why not? I happen to have some time on my hands, and a good stretch would do me well. You probably know I prefer good old melee weapons, huh? And it's always better to use a shield for protection when using them. If you want, I can teach you a simple way to use the shield to attack.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
As I said before, you can also use your shield offensively. By faking an upper attack, you force your opponent to raise his weapon hand, which you subsequently deflect with your shield. And when he's distracted, you hit him in the head, and he's finished. Now, come and try it a few times. You know what? Why not?
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Certainly. Why not? I happen to have some time on my hands, and a good stretch would do me well. I don't know if you like fistfights as much as I do, but I know one quick blow that can reliably knock out any tough bastard and send him to the ground. Guaranteed. Would you like me to show you?
That sounds good. Teach me that.
But of course, it's not that difficult. But I'd say it's a good place to start. Open up by kicking your opponent in his leg, and then immediately hit him in the face with the outside edge of your fist. And that's it. It's over. I call it the blacksmith's hammer. Now, Come and try it a few times. You know what? Why not? You've got talent, so keep it up.
Okej. Już wszystko, co mogłem, u niego wykupiłem. Kasy też trochę mam. Dobra, zobaczmy moje skille. Sztuka walki. Niech będzie to. Okej. Ciężko. No dobra. Jednak pójdę spać. Chyba, że u niej będą się jeszcze opchał, ale czy mamy jakieś rzeczy, które mógłbym jej sprzedać?
Sartu che già Goro.
I'll have a look at your wares.
No zobaczmy, o nie. Oczekuję.
Let's talk about the price.
Very well.
What would you say to this?
We are getting close. Lower your price a little more and we can shake hands. Aye, that some will convince me. Thank you and come again, sir.
Okej. Zdrzemniemy się i pójdziemy z rana. Okej, co my tu mamy ciekawego do jedzenia? Placek. Orzechy włoskie. Za dużo. Dobra, jedziemy. Quest sam się nie zrobi, a my tu musimy questa z tym pustelnikiem zrobić.
Hey? Hey, old fellow. The roads are bad today. Do you want to join us by the fire?
Can't say no to that. Show me. I'd be happy to join you, if I might have the honor of knowing who I'm sitting with.
Two fools who maybe can't see past the tip of their nose.
Well, I was looking for some merry company, but it's like a mortuary here.
Aye, well, we're not going to find Baldik today anyway. He could be miles away by now.
Kim jest Baldik?
Well, if Baldic's a puppy, he should be able to pick up his own scent and return, shouldn't he?
He ain't no puppy. God, I've grown so fond of the little fella's adorable waddle.
What in God's name? You've lost an infant.
Are you barking mad? Jesus. It's not a child that's gone missing. But our chief, Mikolash, will still beat the shit out of us for losing his precious pet.
So, friends, precisely what have you lost, and where did it waddle off to?
It was a bear. Well, a bear cub. Damn it all. He was so sweet. Only 2 years old. You can still tame them at that age. We're done for when Master Mikolash finds out.
What's that you say? A bear cub? Who on earth are you two?
Skilled trappers. We hunt game for our esteemed masters. And Baldik's mother was one hell of a ferocious beast.
And what does your Mikolash have to do with all this?
It was him what killed the mother bear. A finer beast there never was. But she had this cub with her, so he got it into his head we should go and bring it to him. And now the cub's lost, and we've had it.
I'll have to be off now. Good luck finding Baldik.
Thanks. If you do happen to bump into him, let us know. Just please don't kill him.
Careful.
Okej.
Stop that whistling.
Jedziemy dalej w takim razie, widzowie.
Come here! You're my doggy, eh?
Zobaczyć. Coś ciekawego tu będzie. Hop. Na rozrumiaku. Kogo szukam?
Good morning to you.
I hear you saw some diabolical apparition. Is that true?
Was it the bailiff who sent you? Or old Croper?
No. I want to go to Apollonia to see Ambrose, the hermit. I've heard talk he's somehow linked to that apparition. So I need to know what you saw that night.
Why do you want to know? Forget that shit, pal. It reeks of fire and brimstone.
I know how to deal with evil spirits. I know a spell. Want to learn it?
Of course!
Say after me. Vade retro satana.
Vade retro satana.
Vade retro satana. Remember that. You just have to say it, and you'll drive away the devil.
My God, what a spell! It's clear you know your stuff. What did you want to know?
What exactly did you see that night at the crossroads?
A diabolical apparition. A black rider on a black horse flew into Apollonia. His eyes glowed, and his horse was black as charcoal. He turned this way and that a couple of times at the crossroads, and then darted off into the rocks. To the hermit's place, I'm sure.
He turned this way and that. That's strange. Would the devil not know the way?
I'm telling the truth. Gerda from the apothecary saw him too.
But the hermit helps people though, doesn't he?
Aye, he did. Only now they're saying he was at death's door and sold his soul to the devil. And that was the horseman.
Why? Why would the old man have sold his soul to the devil and then kept living as a pauper in his hut?
Who knows what's going on in them rocks? Some devilish trickery for sure. Farewell, my friend.
Hej. Może się po Apolenie.
That herdsboy really did see something. And the trail leads into the rocks.
To idziemy szukać, widzowie. Tutaj jakby się porozglądać.
What's it doing here in the woods? I should take a closer look.
What have you found, boy?
Panowanie trudne.
Shit!
Ach.
Sakra!
Aha. Coś się boję, że się mi nie uda. Chodź. Matka, jakiś szałasik. Jest tu jakieś wejście? Tutaj chyba. Kurde. Zarośnięte, także nie wejdę.
Aye, aye, you silly doggy.
Klucz szkieletu za po lewej. Nic ciekawego tu nie widzę jeszcze. Opuszczony obóz jakiś. Jeleń. Myślę, to jest tym obozem, widzowie. No tam... Co znalazłeś ciekawego? Widzę. Wejdźmy do tego puzy. Okej, no, trzeba do pustelnika pójść. Ej. Tutaj chyba.
God be with you, hermit.
I don't have time for you. Go away.
Folk in the village are saying you've made a miraculous recovery. And since then, you won't let anyone near you. What happened?
Nothing happened. I just can't stand all these people coming here and disturbing me. Can't I have a moment's peace?
Judging by what I've heard about you, you're a bit fishy, hermit.
What do you mean?
Well, there's a lot of talk about you in the village. They say you've made a pact with the devil, and are summoning demons from hell.
Old wives' tales. What do I care about such nonsense?
Well, but supposing it isn't nonsense.
Of course it is.
The apparition was seen by the conciliatory cross at night.
Old wives' tales.
I went to take a look, and it really is askew. But it wasn't magic that Hellspawn was wielding. It was a shovel. There was a hiding place beneath the cross. And the man digging there at night didn't have time to put the cross back in the right position.
By all the saints! So someone was digging there. What has that to do with me?
There was a brand new cloak of the Knights of the Cross in the hiding place. It's clear that the man doing the digging hid it there, maybe to cover up who he really is, and what he's planning.
I still don't know what you want from me. What have I got to do with some cloak?
The man who took things from the hiding place can't have been some chance thief, because he left a purse full of coin there.
So keep the groschen, lad, and stop pestering me. It's nothing to do with me.
I found some pretty interesting documents of the Order.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I reckon you do, Ambrose. According to one of the documents, you were appointed Seneschal of the Knights of the Cross with the Red Star. Or are you going to tell me it was some other Ambrose?
I'm not going to tell you anything. I don't know anything about any documents.
That's enough. I think there are enough fishy things going on around you for me to tell the bailiff. But you're in luck. All I'm after is that broken sword. So, come clean.
You're wide of the mark. But in the end, maybe you could help me.
What do you want help with, Ambrose?
I'm not Ambrose. He died some time ago. I am Conrad, Knight of the Cross with the Red Star.
What are you doing in the hermit's hut, then?
In Prague, I got into a serious dispute. Ambrose was the only person who could help me. That's why I came to see him.
I'm guessing that the diabolical horseman scaring people round these parts was you.
That was not my intention, believe me.
Ambrose is dead, you say? How did it happen?
He was an old man. Unfortunately, he was already at death's door when I found him.
And you had nothing to do with his death?
Of course not. Ambrose was my friend. I'd known him for 20 years. He was a good member of the Order, and an outstanding teacher.
Ambrose was a member of your order?
More than a member. He was the Seneschal, second in rank only to the Grand Master. He served the Order for many years before getting into a dispute with the Prague chapter and the Inquisition. Then he had to disappear. I was the only one to know where to look for him. But I came too late. All he managed to tell me was his last wish.
You scared the life out of Gerda from Troskovitz that night. What were you doing there?
Ambrose had a hiding place beneath the cross where he kept things from his past.
I found some documents there from the Knights of the Cross. But Ambrose clearly wasn't interested in them. So what did he send you to get?
He sensed that death was coming for him. He wanted me to help settle his affairs. And he also longed to hold his old sword in his hands one last time. I went to his hiding place that very night. But by the time I got back, Ambrose was dead. I put the blade on his grave in place of a cross.
So the sword is on Ambrose's grave. Will you tell me where I can find it?
You want to disturb his rest?
I just want the sword, that's all. It's no use to him now.
All right. I'll tell you where his grave is if you fulfill Ambrose's last wish instead of me. I can't do it.
All right. What am I supposed to do?
Listen carefully then. There's an old widow called Margaret living in the village. Take this cross to her and say to her exactly these words. Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what is rightfully his.
Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what is rightfully his.
That's right.
I hope she'll know what this is about.
Don't worry, she will. Give her the cross, and I'll tell you where you can find the sword. Benedictio Domini sit tecum.
Okej. Torba zapasu. Ciekawe. No dobrze, moi drodzy widzowie, to było na tyle w dzisiejszym odcinku. Jeżeli ten się Wam podobał, stawcie łapkę w górę. Zachęcam Was do pisania komentarzy pod filmikiem, zostawienia subika z dzwoneczkiem. Zachęcajcie swoich znajomych, by ten kanał subowali. I do zobaczenia w następnym odcinku. Siema.